Hello, this is RICKY, the Android guy. Hey guys, today bringing you another 10 hidden features, and this is a big one because it is the Google Nexus 6P. So this is the creme de la creme of Android, and it was actually a lot harder to find hidden features for stock Android because anyone that buys this phone pretty much knows a lot of them, but I've come up with a few that I think you either wouldn't know about. So let's see if I'm right, and let's see if you know all these 10 hidden features. All right, so for the first hidden feature, I think it's always important to note that if you don't want to talk to someone, you know how you can just not talk to them. And the first one is sending a call straight to voicemail. Now, I worked at this Best Buy once upon a time, almost like 10 years ago. So basically, I was there, right? So say if I don't want to hear from them, I don't want to have them offer me a job, at the front door or something. I want to hit edit, and then from here, I can hit the menu button and all calls to voicemail. This is pretty much the only place how to get to it. And I think it's actually really kind of hidden and should just be easier to do, but Google has put it right here. So now if I tap this, all calls from this location will go to voicemail. Now this might be good, say if you have maybe a crazy ex, anything that you don't want to talk to really, then you can just make sure that they go straight to voicemail. All right, for the next hidden feature, it really is just so damn important. Show the battery percentage on the battery icon above. I still can't believe this doesn't come normal, because who doesn't want that? But Google has made it so. So we're going to show that, of course. And it's actually pretty interesting because obviously you can see it right here if I swipe all the way down or if I do the two-finger pull down. But now what we're going to do is we're just going to hold down this toggle button right here. And now we unlocked the System UI Tuner. Now this is kind of like a second hidden menu. The first one, of course, is Developer Options, and now we have System UI Tuner. When we go into here, make sure that you know what you're doing, or else you can mess up your phone, as always. Bam, right there. And then right here, Show Embedded Battery Percentage. Ah, there we go. Now we can see just how our battery is doing on a day-to-day basis. Great feature and great to know how to use it. Now the next hidden feature comes from the built-in Google Drive app, and that is backing up your apps with the Nexus 6P. So this is simple and easy. You just go to Google Drive and you go under Settings. From Settings, all you simply do is go to either Backup Reset or Manage Backup. I would go to Manage Backup because this is where you can turn on that your apps will actually back up every 24 hours. The great part about this is any app data that you play on a game that you don't want to lose and that doesn't save through cloud, like I have a Dragon Ball Z game, for instance, that does not save cloud-based, so this would save me a lot of time instead of using their like built-in transfer thing. So once I turn it on, now I have it backed up. So it'll automatically back up every 24 hours, and it does this for any of the built-in apps that you have. It's a really great way to back up and restore apps that don't save things online. Just a really smart and simple way. For the next hidden feature, it is a simple one, but some people don't like this app suggestion thing in the app drawer. So this is how to get rid of the app suggestions. You just simply hold down hold down the screen, then go to Settings, and then from here you simply just turn off app suggestions. What this does is that list won't appear anymore, so that when you're at the top, you just get your full app drawer. It's simple and easy. If you don't really think Google is too accurate when doing their app suggestions, this is something you definitely would want to turn off. For the next hidden feature, this is one that we knew was coming on Marshmallow for the Nexus, but I want to make sure you know how to do it, and that is app permissions. App permissions are really useful so that you can deny apps permissions that you don't feel that they need to have access to. So, for instance, we go into settings and then under apps, from here we launch it. I'm going to go to the one that you probably want to fix right away, and that is Facebook. So, Facebook automatically gains these permissions unless you deny them. So, permissions such as calendar, camera, contacts, location, microphone, phone, text messages, and storage. Yeah, I don't want Facebook having for any of this, so I'm going to turn all these off. Now, if you ever wanted to see exactly what permissions these are giving, you can go under all, and these are the exact permissions that it's asking for. So it can record audio, so it can read from your phone or status, identity, so it can read your text messages. These are the things that you are giving them permission to when you normally have all these permissions on. So since I don't want Facebook to have those permissions, I now turn them all off. You can pick and choose which apps have what permissions. So, if I want to allow to take photos, well, then I'm going to have to turn that camera on within the Facebook app. If I want to just take the photo and then upload to Facebook, that's different. That doesn't need the camera permission. But if I want to take a picture while in Facebook, then that would need the camera permission. And it would then ask you, do you want to grant this app permission? So that's the simple and easy way for app permissions on the Google Nexus. And the next hidden feature is important to a lot of people, and that's a notification light. So I actually thought the Nexus didn't have it at first, and then when I was going through all the settings, I'm like, oh, it actually does, but it's hidden. So in the sound and notifications, if you don't ever go to it, well, then you can never swipe up from here and turn on the pulse notification light. What this will allow for is that when your screen is off, it will have a notification light at the very top over here, which hopefully it does it. It blinks every so often. It doesn't blink at all time, but it's right up here at the top, and then you'll start getting those notifications simply and easily so that you have it when someone messages you. Now, you can show the content once it comes up, or you can have that off. But either way, at least you get a nice little indication of a message that has come in or something that you need to get to without unlocking your phone. Now, if you're anything like me, you do need a file manager on your device, and the Nexus actually has a hidden one. This was so hidden that I actually downloaded a file manager just to do something, and then I realized that I could have actually just used a built-in one. So it is not in the apps drawer, which I do not know why they just wouldn't put it there, because over here you can only get to downloads. If you want to get to all of your files, though, you just simply hit the settings button, and then you go to your storage. And in your storage, which I cannot find for 1 second. Or not storage. Nope. Ah, there we go, storage. Sorry about that delay. In storage, then you just simply swipe up and go to Explore. From Explorer, you can actually see everything that's built in onto your phone. So this is your internal storage. You can modify it by date, size. You can also even change the way it's viewed. So you can change it to a grid view as well. This is great because you have a built-in file manager. You also have a really nice search function that allows you to search any part in your files for specific words in the file. So that's really great. It's actually a really good one. I just don't know why they hid it. But there it is. Now this next feature allows you to save battery life by not constantly scanning Bluetooth. I don't know why you would need to do this, but in settings, you simply go to location. And from here, you can actually do something, which is normally on high accuracy, it needs to use GPS, Wi-Fi, and Bluetooth for some reason to determine your location. Don't know why, and cellular. I don't know why you would do this, but if you hit the menu button at the top and go to scanning, you can actually turn off the Bluetooth scanning because there's no real reason why it needs to use Bluetooth. And this will drain your battery. So this is a great way to improve your battery life on the Nexus while just not using Bluetooth all the time. And the next hidden feature has to deal with the keyboard. And this is actually shortening the long press on your typical keyboard. Now, the reason why you would do this is just to have a better keyboard overall. You go on Input, and then you go under Google Keyboard, and then under Advanced. From Advanced, you can change the key long press delay to shorter. I like it around 200 or 150, in between that, which is about half the time. What this will then do for you is when you launch a keyboard, the shorter press will be much quicker than it normally is. I just love this because I don't have to wait forever to switch to the numbers, which I do very often. So for that reason, I love this ability just to switch the long press to make it a lot better. It's one of my favorite things on SwiftKey, and finally Google has brought it to their keyboard in a great and easy fashion. For the last hidden feature, of course, we have to use camera. So for the camera, there really is a simple and easy way to be able to zoom in one-handed. Now, if you're used to Nexus, you know this. So we're just going to double press the home button to launch the camera. It usually works. And then from here, say if I was holding this one-handed, well, then I could just double tap. And then on the second tap, you can then move your fingers up or down to then zoom in. So this is a simple and easy way where if you only have one hand to take your photo, you can just simply and quickly move in. Again, it's not one tap because that'll just focus, but if you double tap, then move up and down, you can now zoom in with one hand to all your photos and videos. Alright guys, those were the 10 hidden features for the Google Nexus 6P. Hopefully you did like them. If you did, please give a thumbs up down below. This has been RICKY, the Android Guy.